once again to my YouTube channel. My name is Kewe, aka Kewizi, the queen of analysis. I always like when I say that thing. Okay, so if this is your first time of being here, you're welcome. Mwah, I love you. Thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button so that you can be getting updates on all my videos. And if you have been here before and you're back here again, stop no kujari. Okay guys, thank you so much for being here. I want to talk about Broken Bond season 12 today. So I'll just jump right into it very quickly. So in episode 12, because of Samira's pregnancy, or her fake pregnancy in quotes, Khuldeep is unable to go and attend the festival with his family. So the children, that's Rolly and Rishi, they don't go and tell their mom, like, mom, they're like, I tell mom, why don't you go and spend the festival with daddy since he can't be here? So she, Shubria thought about it, like, how will I leave my kids and just go? Like, who's going to look after them? You know, I told you that she's a doting mother. Like, she takes her responsibility looking after her kids very seriously. So she was like, who am I going to leave my kids for? How will I just go? She was contemplating. Then her friend now comes up. She's like her neighbor, but they're friends. That one now tells her, like, I can stay with your children for you now. Why don't you go? I think it's a great idea. So happily, she packs her things. They escort her to the door. She gets on a bus, and then she's off to Mumbai to go and see her cheating husband. That guy is a cheater. So meanwhile, in Mumbai, her husband Khuldeep is trying to, like, calm Samira down because of the whole pregnancy thing. Apparently they went to the hospital and they found out that she wasn't pregnant. We already knew she was lying. I already knew she lied because she didn't want him to go to see his family. So he now told her, okay, why don't we just stay at home today, order some food, have drinks, and just enjoy ourselves, that kind of thing. So she was now like, okay, that she thought it was a good idea and all that. So they planned to stay home together. Meanwhile, she is on her way back. She's on her way, to Mumbai to meet her husband. So when she arrives in Mumbai, she goes to his office. She goes to the office to ask of her husband, and the staff there are like, who's your husband? She mentions his name, Mr. Chandra. What's that his name? She mentioned his name. So they are now like, who are you to him? That's only family members that they can give that kind of information, because she needed his address. She now had to open her box, bring out her ID card and everything, and show them that this is my husband, this is me, and I'm here to see my husband. So those ones are looking at themselves in shock, like, so that man is married, he has a wife. Okay, so they now say, okay, they'll give her the address. So they gave her the address. While she was leaving the place, she was now calling, to find out if her kids were okay. Those ones now heard, they were now like, so he even has children. So what everybody thinks in the office is like, he's a single man, no wife, no family, he's just alone. So she now carries her bag and goes to the address in question. Meanwhile, Mr. Khuldeep and Samira are having a nice time in the house already, getting all cozy and having drinks, and they're just in the house doing their thing in the room, and the romance. Like, Samira got all dolled up, nice lingerie, makeup, perfume, and then she gets a bottle of wine, and they're about to like have it. Then Shubria now like presses the bell. So when the husband hears the bell, he's like, who is at the door? Before that time, the daughter, I told you that girl, she's very naughty. She had already called the father on the phone to tell him that there's a surprise, that mom is coming to surprise you, blah blah blah, for the festival. But because he was taken by Samira, because Samira just came on looking sexy, and also he was just gone. He didn't even hear what his daughter was saying, so he didn't even know. He was kind of like confused because he was looking at Samira with lust and all that. So when the wife now pressed the bell, now he wanted to go and open the door. Then Samira was like, he shouldn't go, that they have a help, the help will go and open the door. And the help actually went to open the door. So when she opened the door, she saw the lady, like, who are you looking for? She's like, I'm looking for my husband. And the lady's like, your husband doesn't live here, like, go and look for your husband at home. She's like, this is where my husband is, blah blah blah. She explains everything, and then she comes inside, and the maid too is like shocked. My ogas, boyfriend's wife is really in the house, that kind of thing. So while shubria was trying to go upstairs, like, oh, where's my husband's room, like the maid kept preventing her, like stopping her at every point. She didn't just want her to go upstairs or anything like that. She kept stopping her. So the guy too, they had some drinks. It's like he knew that if he should get intoxicated with this Samira lady, he will not be aware of the things he's doing. So he now poured the drink in a vest and now showed Samira that the drink is empty. Let him go and get another bottle and she should wait. So she was like, okay. So he left. When he came out of the room, he now saw his wife downstairs. He was like shocked, like, ah. And he had like his shirt, like 3 buttons already open, because him and Samira, they had already been getting really up close and personal like that. So his button was open. So when he saw his wife, he was like, shocked. And the wife was looking at him joyfully. My husband, that kind of thing. My husband is seeing me. But instead of the husband to be happy, like my wife, how can all of that? He was just like, and she was looking at him. So he now came downstairs and the maid too is like, because that one doesn't know what's going to happen. When he now comes downstairs, she now goes to meet him. How are you, my darling? She touches his face. She's a loving woman. Like, she cannot just help but love. So she like touched him. How are you, my love? Just trying to say all those nice words and everything to the husband. But he's just confused. So she's like, okay, let's go to your room. Let's go. So he was like, I know this is a company building. You can't stay here. We have to go to the hospital. I say hospital. We have to go to the hotel. Let's go and take a hotel because we don't allow stuff here and all that. Meanwhile, Samira has been waiting for him in the room because he said he wants to go and get drinks. You guys remember? So while Samira was waiting for him in the room, he has not come out. He was trying to like hurry his wife up, like, let's just go, let's go and get a hotel. And the wife was watching him, looking at him. She even saw like lipstick mark on his chest and like, what's this? But she didn't think much of it. She now said, okay, button up your shirt and all that. Then Samira now comes out of the room, and as she just opens the door with her lingerie, like half naked and all, she now sees that the wife is there. She now goes back inside the room. So she thinks about it, like, am I going to allow this woman take this guy away from me today? Like, hell no, he must be with me. So she now just came out from the room and walked downstairs. My people, what do people think was running through my head at that time? Hey, me, I was just like, wahala don't happen, wahala don't happen. Meanwhile, in the house with the children, the lady has been trying to cope with them. It's not easy managing kids. They were playing, they turned the house upside down, this and that. They're just doing their own thing, while she was there trying to find her husband. So that's where it ended in season 12. Samira came out, she came downstairs, and they now saw one another, like, this one is looking at this one, so she's talking about Samira, how are you, this, that. She sees her husband. The whole thing is just like commotion. So that's where we ended, in episode 12. Guys, what do you think about Broken Bonds? Like, what are your thoughts on this series? Because for a married person, you can really 100% relate with the program. Cheating husband, concubine, the way the whole thing is even going, like, man. So that's where we stopped on episode 12. I'm going to come back with episode 13. In the meantime, keep watching Broken Bonds. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you again on the Z World side.